Each man needs his own style, one which suits him. And any wise man chooses one matching his abilities and concentrates on that.
Folks, welcome back to the Bamcast podcast. The Bamcast, as always, is the home of the anti-PC. Shout out to Boom Physics for the intro song, Prismatic Verse for the intro sequence. And while I have your attention, check out youtuber.com, promo code BAM10, get 10% off anything you have ordered. And if you click the link below at Epidemic Sound, you get 30 days of royalty-free music and you directly help out the show. Heard me as always as the faithful co-host Bobby B.
Don't know.
And we are back for another week of shenanigans and parring and, you know, usual stuff. How you been, Bob?
Make it to our next day, is it?
Why is that always the answer?
What more you want from me?
Happiness.
Yeah?
The pursuit of it.
Pay me for it.
The pursuit of it.
Give me the money to afford to pursue it.
Alright, how much money do you think it would take?
To make me happy?
Yeah.
In Jamaica right now?
Yeah.
If you give me $1 million a month, but make it work. It wouldn't be ideal, but would I make it work?
$1 million a month, you'd make it work?
Yeah.
You couldn't deal with that?
$1 million Jamaican dollars is chicken feed.
A month, you just said, dog. You couldn't live here on that, like...
Alright. No, yes, that's what I said. I make it work.
Nah, dog, you can more than make that work.
In Jamaica, yeah, but I left the country to live my life.
Oh, you mean you not live? You mean to migrate?
If I got $1 million Jamaican dollars a month, I could live an amazing life in Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
If I get $1 million Jamaican dollars a month and I live in America,
what's that exchange?
$1 million, I don't know, do the maths.
Continue.
Asian brain.
Continue talking.
I don't, it's what, 160, innit? So
Yeah.
6 zeros.
JMD
Mm-hmm.
to USD. Yeah, I did the 6 zeros thing too.
Yes. That's how you do it. Kids.
I did the 6
If you don't
zeros
know,
thing
one,
too.
then 6 zeros. That's $1 million.
Yeah, I did the 6 zeros. It's amazing. 7 digits. That is
6.5. $6,500. That's
crazy.
it. That's it.
That's crazy.
So that times 12.
Man.
That's just a little bit above the average American wage, which I believe is about 50 grand a year.
I was about to say, what's the average?
Average US wage is about 50 grand, but that's because you have a lot of rich people. It's not really a real average.
What's the average US wage? Alright, so included in this amount are all the salaries and wages, but also other unearned income on investments or capital gain.
How much money?
Average full-time was 69,000 in 2020, or around $5,783 per month, which is $3,000 a year more than the previous year.
So if I got $1 million Jamaican dollars a month, is average
earning in the... That's crazy. Boom, perspective, yo.
There you go. So that's what I'm saying. I could make it work, but it wouldn't be ideal. I'm not fucking around.
By the way, the topic and point of this podcast, this episode, besides the usual fun, topic is perspective. Trust me, we're gonna find a perspective in everything we talk about today. But dog, that is, look at that perspective, because I was saying, dog, what, you can more, but that's average earning in America.
Back in
That's
the day,
crazy.
back in the day, something there.
I
know somebody who went overseas and working overseas part-time as a student. She was a millionaire in Jamaican dollars, making 10 grand a year.
Yeah. Dog.
Part-time working as a student.
That's crazy. Like, when you get, as perspective is everything. Is everything. Once you get a little perspective, you're like, yo, what? You're lying to me.
So, yeah, happiness, could you pay me to be happy? Definitely. You have to pay me a fair amount though.
Yeah.
A fair
amount.
Because, alright, so I remember watching videos on like luxury islands and them thing there to go stay at.
Tell me more.
And there's one, I don't remember the name, but obviously celebrities and movie stars and them people, they go stay there. You get the whole island to yourself, the huge mansion on the island, you get staff and all the boats and the jet skis and everything that's there to use while you're there. It's like $25,000 a night. Man can afford that.
Yeah.
Look at it this way, 2 nights is the average, 3 nights would be more than the average wage, yearly wage for an American.
Yeah. Yeah.
And man can just go, yeah, popping down to the island for a week.
other day when we were watching Love, Death and Robots, they were talking about not the 1%, but the 0.01%. Yo!
That end up eating each other?
No, they didn't end up eating each other. Oh yeah, wait, no, they were.
They were the ones that ended up eating
They were
each
the
other.
final ones that were locked in the bunker, and then they ran out of food, and a fungus wiped out their crop. You guys should really watch that.
Fungus
wiped
wiped
out
out
their crops, so they
ended
started
up eating the Minister of Agriculture first.
No, it wasn't first. They got to him. They started throwing names into a hat, and like what they did was they voted everybody. So like whoever had their name in the hat the most, you were dinner. That's what would happen, you know. That is what would
That's
happen.
democracy, kids.
Yo, hold on. All right, pause. Right. Let's talk about that first episode. Because that first episode was really funny. And basically, what it is, spoiler alert, is these 3 robots, they're like touring Earth.
From the first season, right? Those robots are in the first season.
Every episode.
The second season is not canon, if you ask me. The second season was just an entire season of filler, alright?
What are you talking about?
The first season was fantastic. The second season, meh. Third season, immaculate.
Great. Yeah, for real. First season's the best, because it's introduction, didn't know what this was. Third season, up there.
Immaculate.
I
had an acid trip.
I want to rewatch that last one. That last one, dog. That last one and the pop art.
Whoever the fuck wrote that and then drew it and animated it.
Wow.
I want the acid yarning.
Bro. Alright, but hold on. Pause. First episode. So these robots are like, they're going through what's left of humanity. Well,
what's left of humanity after the robot uprising?
Humanity's done. It's a remnant. So they're just going through the what left, like a zoo. And they're basically talking through everything that people talk about, like the preppers. They went through a prepper camp. The man they got to because they were planning
Other
to like,
preppers killed them.
Yeah, they were planning to like live off the elk, but humanity ate all animals bigger than cats to extinction. So they started raiding.
Foreshadowing.
They started raiding each other's bunkers. So people like died at the window, and they're like they weren't aiming out the window at the army. So then from that they moved on to the tech bros, the tech millionaires, who left all the people to do the actual work.
And had AI.
Yeah, AI do it, but there was a robot uprising as a result.
Yeah,
and then you had like the ultra rich who had their bunkers and them things and the, like we said, their aquaponics and things set up. One fungus kill all of that. People started eating each other. We are very close to that, you know. Like if you think about it, like what the Joker said from The Dark Knight.
It just takes one bad day.
It's like one bad day, just like a push. Like people, society in general. So it was a very chaotic line.
Society, if you think about it, right? The idea of even a country is new. The idea of a country is
new in the scope of humanity.
less than 300 years old.
I'm gonna Google that.
Cause if you think about, alright, so I like Europe, hate the people for reasons.
For reasons I will not discuss here.
For things and reasons like on a global scale, but you know, the concept, my glasses are falling apart. Una segundo.
At least you can find yours.
What?
I have no idea where my glasses are.
No, brother, I would die without my glasses.
Yeah,
This far.
Yeah, you can actually see. You can't see for shit.
So yeah, so like, alright, so Germany is one of my favorite things. Germany and the surrounding, what is now Germany used to be like dozens of city-states and principalities and tribal areas, and every little patch of land had different rulers, which if you think about it makes way more sense than having a bunch of diverse and possibly adversive people living under one umbrella. You see the adverse effects of this every day in Africa. The white man came and drew arbitrary lines on a global map, not taking into account the distribution of people. Some of those lines cut tribes in half of like the same tribe of people. So apparently tribe is a derogatory term.
Huh?
I've heard it said. I'm not sure, but I'm using tribe because I don't have an alternative. I'm not using it derogatorily. But anyway, when the white man drew the line in Africa, he would cut a family apart, put them in different countries, or you'd end up trapping warring tribes together in the same country.
Huh. Okay. All right. So today, most scholars, both African and non-African, who study the African states and societies, agree a tribe promotes a misleading stereotype. The term tribe has no consistent meaning. It carries a misleading historical and cultural assumptions. The more you know.
When you say tribe, generally when you say tribe, people will think of like mud, thatch huts, man in a spear, man with bush skirt on, and them something like.
Because society.
The man them in a Papua New Guinea. Man them up in the jungle there.
Hold on, you said earlier, I googled when did the civilization start?
No, civilization started about 5,000 years.
Civilization.
ago.
Sorry, countries.
My
fault. Sorry, countries.
Mesopotamia, guys.
Yeah. My fault.
I know that one.
Alright, so generally, it's believed that modern states with clear borders and independent government as we know them today started to emerge in the 17th century. It was after the 30 Years' War, a war triggered by disagreements between the Protestants and the Catholics. The war eventually developed into a full-scale conflict fueled by political tensions between France and the Habsburgs.
The Habsburgs in Germany, Austria, Germany.
Who control the Holy Roman Empire.
The Holy Roman Empire, which is...
Religion, surprise.
No. The Holy Roman Empire is what became Germany, and it absorbed a lot of the things. The Holy Roman Empire used to be ruled by one of the most inbred motherfuckers on the face of this planet. Charles V, I think is his name.
Oh, do tell.
My dog looked like the man in the moon. Look, man face curve. He had
one of those
deficiencies and all sorts of things, and he was like on the verge of being mentally retarded.
Was he actually inbred?
As fuck.
Man, the man look, yo.
Brother, I'm offended you to ask me that question.
My audio
Nobody
listeners.
fuck them cousins like the European royalty. Nobody. We love joke about St. Elizabeth in Jamaica, then no, nothing about the European, brother. Isn't something there, Elizabeth and Philip are the other day a cousin, you know?
Really?
Where? Yes. Also, they're German. Fun fact, the British royal family
Alright, hold on.
German roots, and they hid it because of World War II.
I blame nuts.
Changed their name to Windsor.
I blame nuts for this.
Nuts. Out there without fear.
Devil's advocate. How would you advocate? Why them fuck them cousin? How do you advocate for it?
To keep the blood pure. I know why the fuck. I know why the fuck the cousin.
When they say keep the blood pure,
you don't want to let it outside. Alright. Monarchy. Generally, most monarchies come from the basis of the monarchy is divine providence. Some shit. God says your family bloodline is the one. Because usually monarchies are tied in closely with the church, and you use religion to control the people. So it's either fear or religion, you know, and the fear of God is one of the biggest fears.
So you're the royal family because God says so.
God says your bloodline is better than everybody else's. We're all equal, but I'm more equal than you guys.
So by being normal and outbreeding, you're
diluting the
yes, and then
so you keep it in the family,
and them still do that.
And yeah, and royal families would intermarry. No, but the thing is, they've done it so much throughout history that it's almost impossible not to fuck your cousin now.
Hold on.
For the European royal, everybody related now. So if royalty marries, even if it's different country royalty, there's going to be some relation. Most royal houses in Europe have some relation over the years.
Okay.
Austria is one of the whoriness ones. Them used to marry everybody.
Because maybe I'm stupid.
Yeah, go ahead.
But if I'm royalty,
why are you fucking your cousin?
If I'm royalty in Europe, you don't have like oligarchs or the 1% elsewhere.
Yeah, but their blood elsewhere? God never said for them blood worthy for rule.
That's why I said like today them still abide by that.
Oh, like, no. Today is more money. You keep wherever the money is. So
it's like in Jamaica,
guys.
Why keep happening?
Let's you're
right. They're all related.
Let's call that spade a spade.
All
in Jamaica, the 5, 7, however many amount of families in Jamaica with the money. They all intermarry to keep the money together. Be a cousin and cousin thing.
So them kind of start looking like the dog them in Aruba.
Yeah. That's perspective. No, you see it for what it really is. Perspective.
Bomba, bro. Yeah. I hate that I said like the dog them in Aruba, because it's true. All of them are the same dog. It's like cheetahs. They're all horrifically inbred. Wow.
You have a very small genetic pool and you keep fucking your cousins. That happens.
Take a shot every time we said that sentence.
Fucking your cousins.
Yeah.
Big up St. Elizabeth. Nah, I'm kidding.
Wait, what? Man, the man them have them suits. if that is their tradition. Nah, that's nasty, bro. That's nasty. Yo, Let's ask me a question earlier today, just like what do you think on this topic? Fuck it, what do you think? Let me see what's your perspective. What's your perspective on homeschooling?
I am okay with it if you have a dedicated at-home parent to do it, and if your child does extracurriculars outside of the home to socialize with other children.
Never thought of that, you know. That second part. 'Cause my first and only thought was, when kids don't socialize from when they're little, they grow up, they're fucking weird. And I don't want my kid to be a weirdo. So my only thought was, the only thing I had was I'd want them to have the ability to socialize and learn them little interhuman politics that you can only get on the playground or in the classroom.
So you go to the playground.
But extracurriculars does fill that gap.
You go playground, you go swim, you go play ball, you go maths club. No.
Ooh, that's dedicated stay-at-home parent. Well, then again, I was going to say it has to be a teacher, but you're a kid, you're learning colors and them things.
Yeah, anybody can teach the subject matter to a child. It is teaching the child. Handling a child is very difficult. That's why not everyone is cut out for the job. But the subject matter, shapes, numbers.
That ain't that hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I want to drop little nigglets off the daycare. Like, here, go have fun. I don't know.
So you do that.
You
can do that.
Hold on.
So
the problem doesn't exist. It's not a problem. It didn't exist. It's just a thought process. It's something I never thought of before. You know?
Like, you say homeschooling. The school shooting was going yesterday.
I didn't know about that till Bob told me.
19 Pitney. One go, elementary age. Many reasons why this happened. I don't know if I racism, I don't know if I just because guns is America's
evil
thing.
Dog.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Many things can be said, but it happened.
I feel like I sound like the Judeo-Christian them saying that that's just evil.
If you cannot send your kid to school,
yeah, for real.
Where the fuck can you send them?
Yo, for real.
And I was telling Samantha,
send your kids to school.
Me and Samantha talked about it today at the table when I eat dinner. And she
perspective.
said, I say it to you, I tell her a story about you. I tell her at school and fight a go on and a man left a bag with him and run and join the fight. What was in the bag?
Yeah, it was a proper handgun.
What was in the bag?
It was a proper handgun.
Gun to school at Jamaica every day.
Every day.
No question. Not a, I don't.
There's no, they don't shoot up.
No.
But gun go school.
If a gun go school, it's not gonna use a school.
When I went to high school, a couple every day.
It's not gonna use a school. And the thing is, Jamaican crime, I hate that people played the murder Olympics when this happened. They're like, oh, crime in Jamaica is, no matter how bad crime is where you are, this thing happened, this is the thing we're talking about and focusing on.
What's the crime Olympics?
When something bad happens, you're like, oh, but it's so much worse here. You try to one-up.
Yeah.
People are saying how this would never happen in Jamaica. Like, our crime is bad, but not that bad. Our crime is fucking horrible. Our murder rate is like 50 people per 100,000.
And it really ain't that far from happening.
That's fucking crazy, right? But the thing is, we don't have random mass shootings. We don't have mass shootings driven by racism. We don't have mass shootings driven by politics. We have mass shootings driven by gang violence.
Gang violence, political violence, robbery.
And the political violence, not so much anymore. That was a thing in the 80s. In the 80s, when the war, I wasn't there. If I'm getting something wrong, big up yourself for knowing more than me.
In the 80s, when the CIA injected guns into Jamaican politics, it was never unable to unmarry.
There you go. Boom blast. So, but nowadays, more money comes from scamming and drugs. Them don't need the politicians' money anymore. So the influence
choppy line and the line get?
Bang. Anyway. So, it's just, in Jamaica, it would never cross my mind that school is an unsafe place in that regard. Yeah. You would get stabbed, fight go on, things happen. You're not gonna hear of a whole classroom of elementary school, primary school. But we hear a couple years ago there was a shooting at the front gate of Lannaman's Prep. A parent get wet in the school compound right at the gate. The person came for that person. They'll never go for shoot up the school.
What did he say he did? He locked the classroom door?
This one in Texas. Like, there was armed security there or something like that. And engaged him and he went, locked himself in a classroom and killed everybody in the room. That's just, as Martin said, that is pure evil. There's no, I cannot find a logical reason for that.
I didn't know about the story until Bob.
Why did Anakin kill the younglings?
Yeah, I made that joke.
It's not, but
that's the only way I could process it.
Why did he? Why did he? Evil. Literally evil.
Yeah. There's And there is no like, and then,
There's
alright,
no
hold on.
logical explanation.
Alright, hold on. I want to say this, and I don't care. Like, I know people get in America with be like, oh, mental this, mental that. No, we're not making any excuses for it. I don't care how mentally ill you were. You had enough sense on where about within yourself. What you say him to kill him grandma?
Kill him grandmother.
Post
Post
it
it on Facebook and then post as well that him going to kill. Him going to shoot up a school and then drove to the school to wet the school.
Lock the door and then with everybody. Bro, that was that's methodical decision making. You were evil.
That's not a mental break.
No.
You planned, plotted, took steps to advance what you planned.
Is it bad of me to like, in times like this, I really hope there's divine retribution for people like that? No. Is that bad of me? Or is that human of me?
I don't to want bad Schadenfreude.
Huh?
Schadenfreude to take joy in other people's suffering.
I'm not taking joy, I just feel like it's deserved. And I know like nothing's deserved, everything's earned. But like, bro, you earned that.
They killed him because he wasn't a white youth.
But
2 weeks ago, an 18-year-old white kid shot up a black supermarket in New York, killed 10 people in the supermarket, and the police calmly arrested him.
And walked him out.
Walked him out.
Killing someone is not punishment, in my opinion.
Dylan Roof killed 8 black people, mostly senior citizens in a church in America. Walked out by police. They stopped at McDonald's on the way to the police station because he told them he was hungry. America have deep racial problems, brother.
Yeah.
And Texas is a very pro-gun state.
Yeah.
Very, very pro-gun. Texas is, I think, might be the only state where you can open carry on a college campus.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Why the fuck you need a gun at school? And obviously, this school shouldn't have.
Well, no, we know for them.
No, but you have some hardline NRA man and woman who are come out and say, see, this is why we need armed teachers. The teacher, them don't give the teachers enough money to buy markers and paper and them something. Yeah, go get them gun. Me want a stress out teacher with a gun. No.
As a former problem youth in school, if my teacher did have gun, I'm not there right now. No. That can't keep. You can't do that. Teaching hard enough already, then you will arm them.
And they already have kids. The
kids is shit.
Kids in America are already doing shooting drills. Active shooter drills. They've been doing this for years. Them a fire drill, earthquake drill, tornado drill.
There's a dark joke there that active shooter drills.
You train the shooter. It's true.
Yeah.
But not in this case. Why the fuck an 18-year-old go shoot up at elementary school? Like, what the fuck? It's so... But that's what I'm saying, like, all of this came from homeschooling because some people are saying maybe the only solution is to just take your child out of society completely. But you can't.
No, maybe. I didn't even like. Again, you can't.
It's the same argument.
You get bubble boy them,
bro. It's the same.
You get bubble boy them. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's the same logical argument that says we should control how women dress to control them getting raped. No,
you deal with the problem.
You control the people doing it.
You control the rapists, not the
victims.
You don't arm the teachers.
You stop giving mad people guns. Like,
alright, how do you actually treat the gun problem in America?
In America, alright. So everybody talk about background checks. I can't believe you don't need a background check to get a gun.
Nigga, you buy a gun in Walmart.
Exactly. Like
that have to stop.
In Jamaica, where we have a gun problem,
drive a fucking car is to get a gun. That's a problem.
In Jamaica here, to legally acquire a firearm takes 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
In America, it takes 2 to 3 days.
Yeah,
maybe, depending on what state.
No, you can go to a gun convention in some states and buy.
Yeah, at gun conventions, there's no because you're buying. It's a private sale.
Yeah, you just buy it from the guy. Like, hey, you just go there with your cash, leave with a gun.
No once you're 18, you're like, let me see ID 18, here you go.
Man, them can get a gun before them can drink.
Yeah. America is and so like Samantha that asked me this evening too, like, what is the thing with guns in America? I say it's a penis thing. Muta Baruka would I say it's a penis thing.
Everybody on my own big up.
Yeah, and you have a lot of
you know what? It's true because if you major, right, nobody has just a handgun. Everybody has
the biggest one possible.
They handgun off a big. It have to have this.
All of the mass shootings. All the mass shootings in the news. What weapon is used? 90% of them. AR-15.
Yeah.
AR-15.
High caliber.
Why the fuck? It's 9 mil. Why the fuck does the
AR-15 9 mil?
Why John Public?
Rate of fire.
Why John Public need an assault rifle? No, it's burst or single shot, but it's assault.
AR-15 is a
single
rifle.
Shot rifle. You can't have as far as I know, you cannot have a fully auto weapon as a civilian.
But I think it was brr.
That's burst. Yeah, I think it's burst. Okay, you can't have burst fire weapon.
Fair.
It's burst or single. You can't
No,
have fully
I
auto.
didn't mean full brrr. I mean like prrr, prrr,
Yeah,
prrr.
it's burst fire.
Yeah, the single shot of an AR-15 would be crazy. I guess if you pick
M16s are 9
if
million.
you're picking for target. Yeah, but M16 kick different.
But it's a 9 mil.
Yeah,
That's
kick
the
different with
same
it.
thing. So the fact is, why does a civilian need access to an AR-15?
A civilian don't need access to
people
an assault weapon.
people will say hunting. All right, cool.
No,
fine.
you don't shoot.
Hunting, wait, no. Fine. You want the AR-15 to hunt? Cool. Single shot variants only.
But
You don't need burst. You don't hunt with burst fire.
You don't hunt meat with an AR-15.
But that's them argument. A lot of them argument is them want to hunt with it. It's a hunting rifle. Them says it's an assault rifle. They want to assault the animals with it. So yes, but if you want to do that, fine. Single shot variants only.
Man, them more power too.
Yeah, no sir, but you can't have a bird. Why the fuck? What war are you fighting in the country? And then the fact, as I say, is a penis thing, right? Everybody want to have the biggest gun, right? The man them who sit down in them yard and feel emasculated by society because they're just shits and waste men. Most of them, majority of the
Dog, touch some grass.
It's unfortunate that there's no better term other than cock. Because that's what they are. The people who made up that term, that is what they are. Those cocks out there, they want to be the action hero that is sold to them in American media.
What's the name of that fake hero them we talked about the other day? The Ghost of Kiev or some shit? They want to be the Ghost of Kiev.
Everybody wants to be
Kiev.
the hero, they want to be the savior, they want to have the gun, they want to save the day, they want to kill the bad guy.
You have any
You
idea?
put 90% of them man in front of man and shoot after them and grease in them brief.
You put 90% of people in front of conflict.
Yeah, grease.
90% of people.
Instant grease, like you're sliding out there and the shit in your drawers.
90% of people freeze in the face of conflict. Literally freeze,
Right.
you close it. Alright. Take what happens in the ring as a microcosm for what happens in real life. Everybody, yeah dog, I can fight, blah blah blah. You go in the ring, get punched in your face, you close your eyes, you turn your head, you put your arms up. You think soldiers just get up and go war? They're trained for a reason. You don't need an AR-15 because you're not going to prevent an active shooter situation.
You're going to
For
grease
10
for
of them, it happens once, and you're not going to
the
be that
same
one.
school shooting we were just talking about. Bro, there were 3 armed people shooting at the guy and they
And
ran
they
away.
left.
Yeah, because their lives are in danger. Maybe I would have done the same fucking thing.
I want Superman
yes,
here.
I want to save the kids, but I
I'd allergic to gunshot. If to be honest, if it's my picnic in there,
My picnic, no, man, I don't give a fuck.
Them irrational things going to take over.
Yeah.
If it's not my picnic in
I
there,
don't
I'm not
know.
even going to lie. I don't know.
So I blame them, but I don't blame them in the same breath. Like, you're human. I get that.
Yeah,
So
fair.
life wants to continue.
Gunshot tend to be an allergen for people.
You break out in death.
Generally.
Yeah, so
speaking.
I get that, but at the same time, the kids generally should take priority.
Yeah,
But anyway,
no, big facts.
moving on.
If anybody need to have an AR, apparently it's a fucking security guard at
Them
schools.
them same man there, them will buy the combat uniforms, the camo clothes. Then we go.
What do you call it? False. Some of them will false validate shit.
Yeah, they'll buy fake army uniforms to feel like, because they couldn't get in because they weren't fit enough mentally or physically. And even the military itself is an issue.
Was a special boy.
Yeah, even the military itself is an issue. The way how it's an industrial machine complex.
It's a money making.
Yeah, they just grind you up and spit you
No,
out.
the
but
US needs something to back them money.
the US is a war machine. Their economy thrives on war. I was explaining to Samantha, why is it so essential? Why is guns so essential to them? Because if your country believes war is the right thing, when you go to war, they'll go, yes, do that.
If America saw what America was doing to other countries, they'd invade America for freedom.
Yeah,
They totes would.
yeah. So
The United States of America, not the United
the
Republic
citizens are just a microcosm of the global society. They're a product of the of their conscious society, I should say. Like the whole gun thing, the fact that they're against background checks, they don't want people to do mental health screening.
Why? What? They
all lean on the Second Amendment to the
Perspective.
Constitution.
What's my perspective?
The Second Amendment says
You can arm
every
yourself
able-bodied
against,
citizen has the right to bear arms in the maintenance of a militia.
Isn't it like?
So, i.e., it was written around the time of the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
You needed the citizens to have guns in case the British came back. So,
The British are coming.
in maintenance of a militia. So, if you want to keep your guns, you have to be ready to go and defend your shit, like the National Guard.
They believe they're
But they
defending
have
their
the
shit.
National Guard, so they don't need you.
They believe they're defending the shit.
So that's unnecessary. Like I don't get it. Countries with higher gun ownership have much less gun crime. Everybody in Switzerland have a gun.
They do.
Yes, because they have
Well, I never thought.
mandatory military service.
That That disciplines the people differently, dog.
Mandatory military service, and they go home with their guns after service.
Oh, that's cool. You remember Korean Zombie, UFC? Man was like number 3 in the UFC at the time, like possibly the most famous athlete from Korea. Military service come up, don't care what you're doing.
Going back?
You have
Well,
to.
no, you have to. It's the law of the country.
The law of the country, you have to do it.
Son Heung-min got out of it because of how big of a football star he is.
But someone got out of that?
No, couple huge, because they're like, if he
face
were to
of-
do it,
the
it would
face of
destroy
the
his
country.
career. Yeah.
Ah.
No, yeah, he's huge.
Yeah.
So
Money talk bullshit.
So Son Heung-min, that's the Tottenham footballer. He didn't do his, but most South Koreans do have to. Park Ji-sung as well. I'm not sure if Park did his.
That thought that like man, woman, technical or rainbow in between, you have to do military service. Not saying I don't want to do it because I never want to join the military, but it does breed a different kind of. It does breed a different kind of discipline.
I don't believe in mandatory military service. However, a year of national service.
Yeah.
After high school or like your first year of university.
Yeah.
Yes. Because Jamaica would benefit so much from that right now because we have no national pride right now. We only have national pride when somebody speaks shit about us. But as to speak about our benefits and the good things, we don't.
You know how...
And there are good things here. Yes, there's a lot of shit, but there are good things.
You know, we have elective courses that you have to do to fill out your courses. That you can just pad your thing. You have foundation courses. A foundation course or something you should do or have to do as one of your electives should be, in my opinion, some kind of hours-based service. You know what I mean?
Social service. So
some kind of hours-based
And the
service.
countries in the world that have compulsory military service are usually always at war.
I
South
wonder
Korea,
why.
always at war with North Korea.
Man, them well.
No, technically they're
If
still at war.
you live beside the Sith,
You
wouldn't continually fight the Sith.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So
We understand.
and then Israel, fuck them. Just putting that out there with my chest. Fuck them.
His whole chest.
Warmongers. Backed by America, the biggest warmongering machine. Now, America has they don't have compulsory military service. What do? They make you poor and dumb.
They make you poor.
They make you poor and dumb, and they say, hey, we pay for college. Join the military.
Destabilize that economy.
Go soak up some gunshot over so. If you survive, you're good.
Soak up some gunshot.
And when you come back, thanks for your service. Yo, I have PTSD. Go fuck yourself.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
We're back.
Bob just let me hear a voice note and let me tell you. Roy
lives a life not like my own in any way, shape, or form.
We need to have Roy back on the podcast.
Yes, we do.
Man.
And I told him that we would, and it's my fault.
Oh, see? Roy is not me.
It's me.
Roy is hilarious, dog. I don't know nobody else like that, I don't know nobody else.
If you
like
didn't hear that
bro.
story, you haven't listened to enough of this podcast.
Go look for the episode. What is it called? It's the. I remember the thumbnail is a woman and the shit emoji.
Yeah. We'll look for it. We have no idea what the title is.
No, bro.
Big up
What?
yourself.
What? Sometimes people ask me like after we finish recording, so what you guys talk about tonight?
No idea. I don't even know what we're speaking about in the first half of this.
Oh, we're talking about the United America.
Oh, how that's up?
Yeah. You're going off on your answers per usual. We're talking about perspective. We're giving perspective.
So,
to
we're compulsory military service. Oh, the other country that does it is Eritrea, which is also always at war with Ethiopia. So, yeah, it's not really a good thing. However, the discipline and the national pride it instills is a plus.
I have...
Do the cadets then.
Do the cadets.
Or
No,
ROTC.
bro. I was in high school, right? In first form, and I was like, yo, I wanted the
hope you were in
cadets.
high school.
Why? Right? I was like, I wanted the cadets. Why I don't want the cadets? Come on, I want to learn for bus
Mom,
gun.
man.
No, I want to learn for bus gun. That was it. I want to learn for bus gun. Mirror said cadets teacher for bus gun. But one day of a nigga yelling in my face in the sun.
Can't shout after me, bad man.
You know, my ancestors never did for that. Not at all. All right, yo. So we have 2 questions. Well, 1 question, 1 topic. One's from the pod. Someone asked a question, and I was like, ooh, let me come ask Bob. Okay.
You'll have to find a question, bro.
Yeah, keep talking while I look around.
This is me keeping talking.
This is Bob.
While he searches for something.
This is Bob.
This is me filling the dead air. Dead air is a sin on the air.
Oh no! Why the question? It looked like the question gone.
I know, he'll never find it.
No.
We appreciate your questions.
No.
Martin just can't find it.
I will find it. The question was basically like, what's the point of doing something if you're not getting the result you want? And I remember it was a question based on one of our topics we're having about you just have to put your head down and keep pushing through.
Oh, there's the answer.
Yeah, but they're acting like, so
Why do you have to keep putting your head down and pushing through? The alternative is dying and or stagnation. Neither.
Stagnation is a slow death.
Yeah, so
Stagnation is a death that kills many a death.
I guess we skipped a few steps, but you have 3 options. Option 1, die. Option 2, stay exactly where you are, never move backwards, just stagnate and dissolve into a puddle of yourself. Or you put your head down, put one foot in front of the other and keep going.
In hopes that one day you get to a better place.
Yeah, like you will trudge through the peanut butter until you make it to solid road.
And you know, I don't know if you want to call it like finding a silver lining in it, but you know, like when you trudge through some shit to get to what you want,
Character.
you feel that you're like within yourself. You're like, ugh.
The harder the struggle, the more.
Sometimes for some people.
The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory.
For some people, not all people.
You know.
Man or woman. Some people.
But generally, if you have to put in effort and you get reward for your effort,
it tends to be more rewarding.
It feels better than if you just get the reward with no effort. Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it depends on the thing. Yeah, for it.
But yeah.
But that was a.
If you're going to put in the effort anyway,
question.
Getting the reward for it feels very nice. So that's why you do the thing.
Hey yo!
In
Tangent.
the hopes of getting rewarded.
Tangent. Actually, I just saw somebody talk about philosophy in the comments. I watched like a 2-hour, well not watch, it was in the background, I was listening to it while I was working. A 2-hour philosophical debate on antinatalism.
Antinatalism, that everything matters?
No, antinatalism.
Oh, of not wanting to be born? Being born against your will?
Having children is inherently wrong. You shouldn't do it.
You might be onto something.
I was like, this is Bob's shit right here.
You might be onto something. I'm testing the theory, I'll let you know. But you might be onto something.
No, you're not.
I have a child, I'll let you know if it's better or worse than when I didn't have a child.
Antinatalism is the ethical view that negatively values procreation. Antinatalists argue that humans should abstain from procreation because it is morally wrong. In the scholarly and literary writings, various ethical arguments have been put forth in defense of antinatalism. What? No, what do you mean?
In the most Jamaican terms, Martin.
Is this taking our joke too far?
Juice for boosted here. In other words. Don't take me at face value, kids.
Yo, is this taking our joke too far? That like life sucks, blah blah blah, didn't ask to be here. You took it to like a philosophical debate to be like it's wrong. Yeah, no, you don't. Tell us how that works, Bob.
Especially when you don't believe in the deity you're praying to. It really doesn't work. Please, God, no. Who the fuck is this nigga?
I said, who are you?
Who the fuck is this nigga?
I said, Bobby,
Anyway, but yeah.
God, please, no. God, who this nigga is?
This unknown number keep fucking calling my phone.
New phone, who is?
Anyway, I love my child very much.
Yeah.
What were we saying? Antinatalism. Yeah, no, I agree. Fuck that. Why you force me to be born into the struggle? Why should I bring someone else into the struggle? It is not, however, I would like to say the fact that Martin says it is what you said it is a moral viewpoint, ethical viewpoint proves, kids, that ethics is completely a human construct. It does not innately exist.
Yeah, facts. Alright, cool. So meds. Alright. For instance, scholars have argued that procreation is contrary to Kant's practical imperative.
Kant cannot be the foundation for your life, okay?
Yeah,
like,
you
know.
You won't have a good time. him or Dostoevsky, you won't have a good time.
Dostoevsky.
You won't have a good time. Some of the earliest surviving formulations of the idea that would be better not to have been born can be found in ancient Greece.
Remember
The man them been hating life.
Remember the
Oh God, I have to read the argument.
There was an
Please,
Indian guy who sued his parents
Yeah.
for conceiving him against his will.
I was like, I didn't have to be here for this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have
I don't know how that turned out. I hope it was thrown out.
you have religious arguments. You have
Wait, religious arguments against procreation?
Yeah.
The Catholic Church could never.
Buddha states his propositions in the pedantic styles of his age. That's a quote. I'm not gonna read all of that.
Buddha is
that's a long quote.
I don't know.
The issue of Buddhist antinatalism is also raised by. Wow, so it's from a Buddhist standpoint.
Them man they say if you're not a woman you can't achieve it. If you're not a man you can't achieve enlightenment. So
Bro, right?
the one set of man back them face too much, them man you love man too much. I mean, why would you want an enlightened lifestyle without woman, brother?
The Greeks was both.
Why would you want a better life than this without woman? Yes, less stress. However, more stress. Why you just want to be around man all the time?
Yeah, dog.
If that's your thing, big up you, you know, but that's not my thing. I would not want my enlightened state of my religious belief to be a room of man. It's like the 72 virgin thing. What if it's 72 virgin men?
First of all, I don't have to teach 72 people how to play tennis. You know what I mean? If I go play tennis, I want you to know how to play tennis. You know
You have to come play soccer. Come juggle my balls.
Yo. In his doctrine of transcendental idealism, Kant argued that space and time are mere forms of intuition, which structure all experience, and therefore that while things in themselves exist and contribute to experience, they are nonetheless distinct from the objects of experience. Dog.
What that mean? That don't make any fucking sense.
No. Come on. We'll defeat this. All right.
The dog
They
said.
argue that space and time
I know, I get that.
are mere forms of intuition.
I get that. Space and time are the axes by which we draw the graph of life. Boom. I get that.
Overs that. Which structure all experience, aka the
The graph, yes.
And therefore, while things in themselves
The plot points.
exist,
The plot
points on the graph, and contribute to the experience, they are
not
nonetheless
the experience.
They are nonetheless distinct from the objects of experience.
As in, he's saying experience itself is an object.
From this, it follows that the objects of experience are mere appearances, and that the nature of things as they are in themselves is consequently unknowable to us. From this,
We
it
can't
follows-
know the true nature of something because we experience everything differently. Fuck you, Kant. I hate you because that's
That's true. There's no universal experience.
Yeah.
How you
Fuck you,
experience a
Kant. I hate
meal
you, 'cause
is
that's
not
true.
how I experience a meal.
That means we
It's
can
the-
never know the true nature of it.
Yo!
That's why you don't check philosophy, kids. It hurts.
Nah, that's why you do it. It's really
Kant
fun.
thinks too fucking much.
Bro, that's crazy.
Well, think, funk.
Oh my
And then
god.
no, but nah, brother. Nah.
Yo.
I'm mad that it makes sense.
That means I told you we could have break that down.
I'm mad that it makes sense.
Wow. You experiencing the pasta will not be how I experience in the pasta, so therefore it will be unique to us. And to
says
truly know
You
the
can
pasta,
never know
you
the
cannot.
true nature of anything.
Because it is unique.
It's
to you.
it's like
It's-
Schrodinger's cat.
in the box. Is it
What
alive
kills the
or
cat?
not? Opening
Opening
the
the box. Yeah.
God damn.
Because before you look in the box, the cat is dead and alive.
At the same, you don't know.
It's both. But when you open the box, you either kill it or bring it to life.
Can't believe
It's crazy.
that reason
It's
is
like, hold
also
on.
the source.
Wait, no.
Because
Because I'm mad. I'm really mad.
I
I hate this so much that it makes sense. I'm going to type what is
Perspective?
No, I'm gonna tie physics with psychology. No, it's not psychology. What's the word?
Ethics?
Ethics. Physics and ethics. Look how this shit work together now.
Philosophy, I guess?
Philosophy. That's what I'm looking for. So he is saying that I lost my train of thought.
Haha, boom, boom.
What were we saying a while ago?
you can never truly know or experience a thing to truly
Right.
experience
Oh yeah.
something
And
or
physics on a subatomic scale, we can't observe
superposition?
things. We can't observe things with visible light on a subatomic scale because
Because
looking at it, the photons will interact with it and change
thus
it.
affect it.
Yeah.
Measuring it alters the thing.
Yeah. So therefore, just experiencing it changes it. So we can never know its true nature.
Yeah. In order for you to interact with, for you to pick it up, light has to hit you. So those photons have to interact with it.
It has to hit. The photons have to hit it and then come back to you.
So it changes it.
And on a subatomic
Never
scale, that changes it.
Truly know anything. Like
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Dum.
Fuck. I hate philosophy because
I love it. I love it so much. Yo, we're leaving you guys on this thought experiment. Go have fun with this thought. Welcome. Thank you guys. And welcome new listeners.
Welcome to nihilism. Nothing matters because nothing is real.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the pod. Worry not, we're linking up again this week. So there's going to be 2 episodes, but I'm not telling you when the next one's going to drop. While I have you here, while we have you here, check out youtuber.com, promo code BAM10, 10% off anything you have ordered. And click the link below at Epidemic Sound. Get 30 days royalty-free music and you directly help the show. Bobby B, any closing words?
I'm so mad.
Because it made sense. Dropping bombs on your moms?
So mad.
Can't, man.
Fuck her alive.
Can't a cunt.
So mad. That shit should not have made so much sense. It really should. I wish I never thought about it. Like, I wish I never sat down and worked out what it meant.
Yeah,
I wish I just lived in ignorance. Ignorance really is blissful.